गुड मॉर्निंग मैम। मैम आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही बिल्कुल भी।
Yes, we had discussed the J.J. Thomson pudding model, and in that model we had discussed that atom is a positive sphere and electrons are embedded in it. Right? Now today we will discuss about the Rutherford experiment. After that, the J.J. Thomson, as I'm just repeating it, J.J. Thomson, what he suggested that the atom is a positive sphere and electrons are embedded in it, right? After this discovery, but it has the drawback because he couldn't explain the position of the electrons. He couldn't explain the position of electrons where the electrons are actually present. So using his theory, a new scientist, that is the Rutherford, very curious to know where the electrons are actually present, so they started the invented. Now what happened? Rutherford model, in Rutherford model he chose in Rutherford model of atom, he chooses two main things. Number one, gold foil. He chose gold foil. He chose a gold foil. Why he chose a gold foil? This was the very important question. Why he chose a gold foil? He chose a gold foil because he want the thinnest layer as possible. He want the thinnest layer as possible. That's why he chose the gold foil. Gold is a metal. That means the electropositive, right? He chose the gold foil because it is the thinnest layer. He wanted a thinnest layer as possible. That's why he chose. Close your book. Then second thing, he bombarded fast alpha moving particles. He used fast alpha moving particles. मतलब alpha particles he used. He used alpha particles. Number one, he used gold foil, and secondly, he used the alpha particles. Why he used alpha particles? Because gold foil is also metal, like a metal electropositive. Alpha particles are electropositive. When we will talk about the alpha particles, that means we are talking about the positive. And here we can write down also 2 helium-4. That means when we are talking about the alpha particles, it's not visible. When we are talking about alpha particles, that means we are talking about the positive particles and 2 helium-4. That means helium particles are also called the alpha particles because it's a positively read, right? After that, when he started his experiment, what he did, in your book, it is like this. If it's not visible, then you can sit here. In your book, it's like this, but I will make only one, right? So that the topic will be clear to you. I will write down the 3 observation as well as the conclusion, what he observed and what he concluded from his experiment. I am making it here and write down the observation, or either we can write, I am making it here, right? Here I will write down the observation. Here I will write down the conclusions. The question will come, write down the observation of the Rutherford model, write down the conclusion, or together, right? What he observed, when he bombarded the alpha particle, he observed some of the alpha particles pass straight. Write down the first observation. Number one, some or most of the alpha particle pass straight. Write down, most of alpha particles pass straight. If most of the alpha particles pass straight, what it indicates? That means there is some empty space present in an atom. Okay? If there is no obstacle, the rays will pass. That means most of the alpha particle pass straight. It concluded there is empty space present in an atom. This was the first observation and first conclusion. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? What he observed? Most of the alpha particle pass straight. But he concluded from this that there is some empty space present in an atom. Right? Write down the now second observation. Second observation, some of the alpha particles show deflection, means some at a large angle, some at a short angle. आप एक बना लो, you can make one. Write down. Some of the alpha particles show deflection. Why deflection occur? Why? Alpha particles are made up of helium, or these are called the positive rays. So if they are showing deflection, that means when these positives strike with the or comes near to the positive, then they will show the deflection, they will repel one another. Same way, some of the alpha particles show deflection. That means something is present at the atom, in the atom, that is made up of positive. Right? Write down the second conclusion. Write down second conclusion. So you can write down positive charge is present in an atom. Some positive charge is present in an atom. Is this clear? You can write some. Is this clear? First, most of the alpha particles pass straight. This indicates that there is an empty space present in an atom. Some of the particles show deflection. This indicates that there is some positive charge present in an atom. Is that clear? Third observation, write down. Some of the particles show rebounces back. Means as they will go and they will return. Some of the particles rebounces back. ये यहाँ से गए थे and then they will come here. These pass straight. They show rebounces. Write down the third observation. Some of the particles rebounces back at an angle of 180 degree. That means some of the particles rebounces back. You hit the ball, it will come to you, right? But it concluded. This conclusion, this concluded, write down the third conclusion. Positive charges present in the center of an atom. Now, any doubt तो you can ask. फिर हम आगे करते हैं. First observation, some of the particles pass straight, right, which indicates that there is some empty space present in an atom, right? Second observation, some of the particles show deflection. That indicates that some positive charge is present in the atom. Third point, when it hit at the center, it rebounces back, which indicates that the center is concentrated with the positive charge. Clear? So from these observations, he concluded three main conclusions, and after that, he discovered a new term that is called nucleus. Means Rutherford discovered the nucleus, that the center of the atom is concentrated with the positive charge. Right? Write down. These were the three observation and three conclusion, and now you will write down. Rutherford put forward the nuclear model of an atom. So nuclear model of an atom was discovered. And what are the 3 points of the nuclear model? Write down the first point. There is a positively charged center in an atom. There is a positively charged you can say nuclear model. There is positively charged center in an atom is called nucleus. That means the nucleus is derived or invented by this, that he called nucleus. Second point likhiye, the electron revolve around the nucleus the electrons revolve around the nucleus in a well-defined orbits. And third, the size of the nucleus is very small. The size of the nucleus is very small as compared to size of atom. As this is called the nuclear model of an atom. That means the first point, there is a positively charged center in an atom, and he termed it as a nucleus. Second, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a well-defined orbit. And third is the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to that of an atom. This was again discarded. Right? New scientists came with their new ideas because of the one drawback. He couldn't explain the stability of an atom. He could not explain the stability of an atom. How we can say? Suppose if I am taking this pencil and if I will tie a thread over here and a ball, when I will revolve that ball, वो आसपास घूमेगी, it will move in a circular orbit, right? And when anything revolving around a circular orbit, that means it accelerate energy. वो energy जो release हो रही है, when the energy is released, the time comes that will fall on the center. देखो जितनी देर when you will move it, it will revolve. When you will stop it, it will fall on this, right? लेकिन ये होता नहीं. It's not possible because atom is a stable. If atom is stable and if atom electrons are revolving around it, that means when the energy will lose, they will fall. But it will not happen. Why? So he couldn't explain the stability of an atom. Write down drawback. Drawback of Rutherford model of an atom, that he could not explain the stability of an atom. Who couldn't explain the stability of an atom. Write down. Any particle in a circular orbit, write down, any particle in a circular orbit would undergo acceleration. Any particle in circular orbit would undergo acceleration. Main is this. I am just explaining. Undergo acceleration. During acceleration, when they will move, जब कोई चीज घूमेगी, during acceleration, charged particles would radiate energy. The charged particles would radiate energy. Is this clear? कि when anything will revolve around it, they will get accelerated, and during the acceleration, the particles they will lose its energy. Right? Next line. Thus, revolving electrons would lose energy. Thus, revolving electrons will lose energy, and finally they fall on the nucleus. They fall on the nucleus. And finally, they fall on the nucleus. And if it's possible, that means the nucleus is unstable. But what we are saying, atom is a stable. So what is the drawback? That is, Rutherford drawback is, that is, he could not explain the stability of an atom. Is that clear? Nahi doubt, any doubt, then you can ask. Yes, from you, any doubt? Any doubt? Yes, Bhumika. Unmute yourself, Bhumika.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम.
Good morning.
मैम मैम एक बार थर्ड पॉइंट करवा दो, जो एक बार रिपीट कर दो, ड्रॉबैक वाला.
Which one?
वो थोड़ा सा.
Rutherford observation.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Drawback.
Drawback is simple. One drawback is there, that he couldn't explain the stability of an atom. I am just explaining that one. He couldn't explain the stability of an atom. Why? According to this, when anything will revolve around in a circular orbit, it will accelerate. The particle will get energy. Matlab, it will accelerate, it will move. And when anything is moving, it loses its energy. And when it loses its energy, it will fall on the nucleus. But it will not happen. According to this,
Yes, ma'am.
it will fall on the nucleus, and when it will fall, that means nucleus becomes unstable. But this is not. Atom is stable. So the
Yes.
main reason kya hua? It couldn't explain the stability of an atom. Yes, Arman?
Okay.
Unmute yourself, Arman.
मैम जो आप वो रदरफोर्ड मॉडल के वो 3 पॉइंट्स लिखवा रहे थे मैम, एक बार वो फिर से रिपीट कर दो, मेरा नेट चला गया
Yeah, I
था.
will repeat. Otherwise, the video will be there on the YouTube. I am just explaining that the three observation what he made, that most of the alpha particle pass straight, which concluded that there is empty space present in an atom. This is very important question. Again, I am telling very important question, and 3 marks question will be there. Most of the alpha particle pass straight, which shows that, yeah, which concluded that some of the empty space is present in an atom. Some of the particles show deflection. Why deflection? Because of some positive charges present in an atom. Because the alpha particles are also positive. If it will come near to the positive particles, it will show deflection. Third point, some of the particle rebounces back from the center. That means the center is made up of some positive charge. Is that clear? 3 observation, and on the 3 observation, 3 conclusion. Some of the particles pass straight, which concluded that there is an empty space. Second, some of the particles show deflection, which indicates that there is some positive charge in an atom. Some of the particle rebounces back, which indicate that the center is occupied or concentrated with the positive charge, which he termed as a nucleus. Right? And then he gave the 3 points on the nuclear model. Number 1, centrally part is called the occupied with the positive charge. Electrons are revolving around it, and size of atom is nucleus is very, very small as compared to that of an atom. But this was failed. Why so? He couldn't explain the stability of an atom. Is that clear, beta? To everyone here also? Any doubt? Arshin, clear? Bhumika, Arman, clear? Right?
Yes ma'am, clear.
Fine, thank you. Now, after this, the Rutherford, new scientist used his theory. Right? Again, the new scientist came. He used his theory because he just want to know why electrons are not falling on the nucleus. If it is probed, Rutherford gave the wonderful model, very wonderful model. But they want to curious to know why electrons are not falling. So after his discovery, new scientist came, that is the Neil Bohr. That is the Bohr model of an atom. Already in 3rd chapter, you had discussed the electronic configuration. We had discussed, nahi. Hi, hello, listen, we had discussed now. So we will discuss now the Bohr model of an atom. Now see. Let's do the Bohr model of an atom. Write down, in order to overcome the objection in order to overcome the rejections या objections raised against objections लिख लो, in overcome the objection in order to overcome the objections raised against Rutherford model of an atom, Neil Bohr put forward the following postulates. Neil Bohr forwarded the postulates Postulates means characteristics, as already we discussed. Number 1, only certain orbits known as discrete orbits of electrons are allowed in an atom. Only certain orbits known as discrete orbits of electrons are allowed inside in an atom. Second, while revolving in a discrete orbit, electrons will not radiate energy. Electrons will not radiate means lose energy. Means firstly ki some special orbits are there, and when they are revolving in a special orbits, they will not lose energy. These shells, he named it as a KLMN shell or 1, 2, 3. Write down. These shell of orbits are called energy shells. These shell or orbits are called energy shells on energy level, and it termed as KLMN shells or 1, 2, 3, so on. Means like this. This is nucleus. This is first shell. This is called K shell. That means n equal to 1. This is L shell. That is n equal to 2. M shell. That is n equal to 3. He termed it as a KLMN shell. KLMN shell or 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, so on. Right? And he gave the formula. It's not given in your book. He gave the formula of arranging the electrons in an atom. He gave the formula two n square. What does it mean? 2n square. Look here. N is equal to 1. That means 2 into 1 square. 2 into 1 square. That means 2 into 1. That is equal to 2. So first shell, how many electrons will accommodate? 2. Right? In the same way, 2 into 2 square. N ki jagah we are putting the 2. Right? 2 into 4. How many electrons will accommodate in the second shell? 8. Then 2 into 3 square. then 2 into 9. How many electrons can accommodate in the third shell? By this, he is calculating the different electrons in a different shells or the orbits. Is that clear? Is that clear,
मैम
beta?
इसका न्यूक्लियस की स्टेबिलिटी